Hi, students. I wanted to make sure that everybody understood the assignment since we weren't able to talk about it today. Um, so we're uh, going to eventually write a comparison and contrast essay. But before we write, we're going to take some time to brainstorm and then organize and create an outline first. And I'm going to have you check each other's outlines, and I'll also check your outline to make sure you're going in the right direction. So your assignment is to create an outline. Your outline is based on this prompt. Compare and contrast your home city to the city where you live now. So presumably that's wherever city you come from, and Austin. You can focus on similarities or differences or discuss both some similarities and some differences. That's your choice. You need to make sure that in your outline you give a complete thesis statement and you have a complete topic sentence for each body paragraph. And your topic sentence should have a topic and controlling idea. So you would have a sentence that would sound like, secondly, Mexico City and Austin have very different whatever, right? So it's going to mention your city and Austin and then similarity, difference, and then the point, okay? And then you want 2 to 3 supporting details for each body paragraph, and you'll write these in point form, not in a complete sentence. You'll be typing, so don't worry about that. Write neatly because you're going to end up sharing these on Monday. There's a model outline for you to see on page 92 to 93, and we sort of did an outline of Diego Cardonas's Day of the Dead versus Halloween essay, and you also saw an essay about Brazil versus the United States, and you looked at an outline for that. That was part of your homework. So what are you going to do with this? Well, you're going to think of interesting, relevant similarities or differences to discuss. So, for example, you're not going to say, both cities have people. Okay, obviously both cities have people. You're also not going to say, in my city they speak Spanish, in Austin they speak English. No, because that has more to do with the national language. Be careful. The points of comparison should be specifically about the two cities. They shouldn't be something general about the culture. That would be more about the United States versus your country. Instead, I want you to focus on the cities. So you wouldn't say, like, in my city, people practice Islam, and in Austin, people are Christian. That has to do more with the country and the general culture and not with the city specifically. What you might say is, for example, in my city, almost everybody speaks the same language, which is Spanish. While in Austin, most people speak English, but there are also a lot of people who speak other languages. And Spanish is the number 2 language in Austin. A lot of people here speak Spanish. You might say something like that. And then you're really talking about Austin versus your city. You're not talking about your culture versus the United States culture. So that's an important thing to keep in mind. Relevant and interesting, not obvious. Both cities have people. No, nothing like that. And second of all, make sure it's city focused. So you might think of things to talk about like the transportation system. Which city has a better transportation system? Public transportation. I bet you your city does compared to Austin. You might think of cost of living. You might think about housing. You can talk about the weather as long as it's very specific to the cities, because weather in Austin is very different from weather in other places. You could talk about the general culture, like the Austin, keep Austin weird culture. Maybe your city's also weird. I don't know. Okay. Anyway, as always, please feel free to email me if you have any questions, or we can even talk over Zoom or WhatsApp or whatever. We can talk. And I will see you guys on Monday.